Ooh, hello. Welcome on in, everybody. Oh, I have been running around like crazy to get everything I needed. And as always, let me do my audio check to make sure that I am absolutely live. I heard enough of my voice to know that I am live, so not a big deal, not a big deal. Okay, get rid of those windows. Kind of shift everything on over to where I need them to go. So, perfect deal. We'll work on the lighting a little bit. I don't know why it's kind of all over the place. It's kind of the same lights as I used last time. Maybe it's just kind of the whatever quality, but welcome on in. Protein and Brian Williams. One question that you have for now. How do I get Windows to stay current for the next year? What's the gimmick? And how do I implement it? Wonderful, wonderful question. I love it. I'm actually in the process of editing that video, but it was a live stream that I did. Let me grab that link for you real quick, but it's really simple to do to sign up for the extended security updates from Microsoft. You just have to link your computer to a Microsoft account, enable the backup, and then through the updates, it will pop up to tell you you can enroll in the extended security updates. And let's see here. This is the link to the live stream where I talked about it. It's a 3-hour long live stream, but most of the information you need is in there. But I'm working on editing that video to condense it down so that way you've got everything in a more palatable 15-minute video versus a 3-hour long search. But yeah, I've done it on a laptop. I'm going to be bringing that up sometime in October after Windows 10 support is over to see what it does. But it was very, very simplistic, very easy to do. And I think that anybody should be able to do it, no problems. But it's really just doing what Microsoft tells you to do. But if you don't want to give them any of your account information, that's where you have to create that secondary Microsoft account and then use your local account as the main driver. So for my case, I'm creating these extra Microsoft accounts, which you only need to do one of, and then it can cover up to 10 devices. I should have brought some water. We'll do an intermission to get water later on, but okay, so today's live stream is I created a new session right here called, for me, Retro Gaming. And I don't like calling it retro gaming, but I'm doing some testing for one of my favorite streamers, Protein Rivieri. And I wanted to see if I can get everything to work. So I had to do a mad dash to grab absolutely everything. Is audio working on this? Okay, audio is working. It was just at the bottom, so I didn't see it. Had to do a mad dash to get all of the things that I have here. And the first one I'm going to test it with, because I know this works, is I've got my fancy PlayStation 2 Slim with the not auspicious at all thing. I don't even know what it was called. That little modification that came with the console. I bought it this way. Nothing I did, just how it was. But I had to get my PlayStation 2. Had to make sure I had a controller. Had to make sure I had the power brick. The Hyperkin upscaler, pretty much, to convert it from the regular audio-visual cables to HDMI. I don't know why I'm doing this on the smaller one. Let me go to the bigger one. And if I need auxiliary power, I have the USB and a power brick. And then also in the box, I have down there my N64, which is more of a problematic console than anything else. And I don't know if it's because of the additional equipment I have. And I had to get my games. Or at least a game to test it with. I don't know what game I'll test. Maybe leave it up to a vote. I don't know how much playing I would actually do either. But I've just got a, handful of games in here to kind of see if it works. I do have two primary methods of testing a capture card. But I can only really use one of them. But if that one doesn't work, then I will try the second method, which is this little Elgato HD60 that has the HDMI in and out on the back. Challenge is my system, my graphics card, is limited to one HDMI and I have no splitters. So mad dash to get everything together sounds like how I stream. So accurate testing. But it's okay. If I need to remove if I need to remove my primary monitor to connect it, I can, but I can't use my primary monitor with display out because it doesn't want to work, as I mentioned before, because everything is all just fun and dandy there. So let's see. I guess we'll just kind of get down to it, where I'll just get everything connected. I need power. I've got some power down there. I just got to route it correctly. So let's just start with the hodgepodge cables. I just chunked everything on the table. I was like, okay, I think I need this. I think I need this. I think I need this. And I just brought it all. So we should at least be able to get the power. You might see me getting up and moving around, but yeah, just gotta kind of do what I gotta do. Also, if you hear noises that sound like I'm not okay, I'm not. All right. So since we're going to go into testing mode, I'm going to swap over to this one. The face cam should be the top one. And then cam link is going to be below that. No. We'll put the cam link on top because that's the one I'm going to be testing with primarily. So it's going to show nothing while I wait for it. Power. I mean, this is something that I don't miss. All these old style ways of connecting everything. And the audio, video. Easy. Now, shouldn't there be a light? Okay, there's a red light on the PlayStation. I was going to say, shouldn't there be a light? I might need to do power again because I have this. If I'm not mistaken, with this little Hyperkin thing, in order to give proper video out, I did need to use this little auxiliary power. It wasn't connected. I had to find this long USB cable, which I'm assuming is power, because not all USB cables carry power and data. Sometimes they're just power, sometimes they're just data. So, and I also have this. This came with an old Samsung phone that I'm pretty sure is power and data, because most phone cables are both, not just one. But we've got some troubleshooting we can do. But I know this brick I'll be needing anyway. And we're just going to undo that, do some more power, and hope. Wait, wait, yeah. How am I even going to test if if it's working though, so it has to come through because I have no other monitor that I can connect this to naturally. Oh, this is fun. Now, wait a second. I just thought of something. I gotta plug this into the PlayStation. Wait, no, this is plugged in from the PlayStation. I cannot use the first method that I wanted to use because I need to have an in and an out. So I must use my HD60, which is that right there. I have to use that. I don't have a choice. Unless I can plug the in to the out to that to then the out. You have about 5 trips to go grab other things to get testing. Yep. It's fun though. At least with this is all the stream is, you know, if it works, cool. This is for you, you know. So all right, so this is the input. Yeah, I can use both actually. So HDMI in. I'm limited on the cable, so I can't really limited on the cable length there. So I got the in, no signal. Wait, do we need an out? We don't need an out, do we? Hold on. Let's just test. Hey, it works first try. Let's go. Do we have any audio though? Did you guys hear the... Do you hear the HD60 audio? Well, that was a lot easier than I thought. Now, granted, okay, so I need it out to see it on another display. I don't need to worry about that because I can just see it here. Is it like loud? Like a jump scare? Not problematically loud? Okay, that's good. Well, we're not doing a game yet, so I don't have my memory cards. Well, that was extremely easy. Boom, we're done, baby. Okay, well, Alt. I know that you may have another solution coming through. And you may have another solution there. But the HD60 from Corsair, no, Elgato, same company, is exactly what I had to use. And it works right out of the gate. But does it work well? Because I think the Hyperkin is set to connecting to... Also, when you use your Hyperkin, do you use this auxiliary power, the little USB micro? Because if I disconnect this, we're probably going to lose it. See? Huh? See? Took it out. Gone. Plug it in. Broken. Okay, there we go. Just a delay. So, full playthrough of the bouncer. I don't have 4 hours, bro. I'm not games done quick. Let's see. So I've got Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore. I mean, it doesn't really matter what games I've got. It's a matter of which one would be most like aesthetically pleasing. My capture card was showing the video, just smushed vertically and repeated 3 times. I mean, I did have a section on this Hyperkin to go from 16.9 to 4.3. I just flipped it over to 4.3 native. Wow, that looks a lot more clear. Going this, it looked like a little bit more stretched out. Which it is. Oh, no, that's fine. Check my PS2 settings. For that, I would need to connect a controller. I don't think I need the ludicrously long extension cable here. Dusty. Almost there. Okay. Wow, this is so thin, tiny. That's not what she said. Oh wait, let me disconnect the. Now, was there something with the okay, there we go. Okay, system configuration. So screen size full. So seems to be fine there. I mean, it looks crisp and clear to me too. So that's pretty nice. You know, I miss the days of being good at video games. It's like, oh man, I can put a game in to show you how good I don't remember how to play any of these daggone games. I feel like this game. Swap Magic, that's what it's called. Swap Magic. But I need to go get a whatchamathing, the call, the doohickey. Memory card, that's what it is. Wait, no. Don't load up yet. I don't have the memory card. I don't even know if I have memory card for this game. I mean, I got so many memory cards, too. Yeah. Did we get this from GameStop, or was this free? I forget. I don't have a Swap Magic. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't own that. I don't know why that's in there. All right, I had a couple of different memory cards with a couple of different things on them. I think one of my memory cards was corrupted. Cleaning up some things on this account, just found out a 3-hour-long stream, organized my inventory in Final Fantasy XIV while wearing a Hello Kitty onesie in 2018. That's goated content right there. So it didn't even like, it was like, yeah, memory card. So what we're gonna do then is I'm gonna restart the console. I want to see what's on these memory cards. I won't have any audio. I won't be able to hear the game. That CDO folio was from the Game Advisors panel or whatever it was called, wasn't it? Game Advisors panel. That's really hitting something in my... No, wait, don't play. Don't play the game. Stop it. That's really hitting something in my memory bank there. Game Advisors panel. Yeah, like we were pretty cool, weren't we? We were like a part of stuff. We were like... We were pretty, you know... We were pretty important people. Wait, how did you check the memory cards? It wasn't browser, that was like something else. Shouldn't it just show up? No? Okay. Okay, there we go. I don't know why, but I'm like putting things inside the ports and it's like not configuring. I thought you got the God of War demo just because you went to GameStop before me. Okay, so we got Dead or Alive, Sims. Oh yeah, man. I'm just trying to see I got Burnout 3 on here. Cool. This is back when games had personality, though. You know? That stuff doesn't exist anymore. It came from the Game Advisory panel? Man. I don't even have Twisted Metal Black anymore. I don't even know why. Need for Speed Underground. You want to know one of the saddest stories, though, that ever happened in my life? Just one of them. Just one of them. Picture it this. Like, what, 20-something years ago when the PlayStation 2 first came out? I go with my dad to pick up the PlayStation 2. We're in line at KB Toys, and we reserved it, pre-ordered it. We have the PS2. We're walking out with the PS2. We go home. We plug it all in. We get it all connected. And the first game I'm going to play is the game we bought, Tekken Tag Tournament. And I was like, oh yeah, because I love Tekken. I want to play Tekken Tag Tournament. Let's go. And then you put in the game, you do it all, and it's like, oh, in order to save, you need, your memory card. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. I need my memory card. So I get my handy dandy memory card, which is this one right here to the right. What was this one? This was my PlayStation 1 memory card. And then it said, oh, you don't have enough free space to save your Tekken Tag Tournament data on your PlayStation memory card. I was like, oh, okay. I'll just delete some things. I deleted everything that I could to try to make space, only to remember, or not even remember, but know that, okay, it was a PS2 memory card I needed because those were 8 megs and this is like 32 KB or something like that. So I deleted all of my save data, only to find out I still didn't have enough because it wasn't compatible. Now, I don't know where these games came from. Tekken 3, that was fun. Final Fantasy 8. Don't even have any date codes on that. Tekken 2, fun stuff. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. That was on the PlayStation 1? I guess it was, wasn't it? Man. Army Men was a great game. Tomb Raider. I don't remember playing Tomb Raider myself. Maybe it was my dad's. Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon on the PS1 was great. Yakido, Bloody Roar. Bloody Roar is a good game. That needs to come back. Why do I have 2 Final Fantasies? I was not good at Final Fantasy games. But nonetheless, that's my sad story. So, though I had some paperwork about the Game Advisor thing with my folio, but apparently not. Oh, you thought you did? I'm curious. The Game Advisor panel. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we were. Like I said, we were pretty pro gamers back in the day, We were pretty pro gamers. But let's see if we can do some Burnout 3 real quick just to make sure it looks good. And then I'll test my N64. And then I'll do some video editing. That's back when things had like premise and purpose and were better, Now everything is just blah. You got to be an influencer. This is kind of cool though. I could see having like a section for a nice HDMI display connected to this, playing some retro games in some capacity. I can't see it on this desk though, because apparently I'm out of space on this desk. And I'll just have to imagine all the sound. This thing did have probably not native sound out. There wouldn't be any way for me to really get that. This is a weird way to play games. I'm assuming I have a profile. Alright, so wow. Date of save. I played this 3 years ago? I don't think I did. Unless I tested it when I got like the... No, because you didn't buy the adapter for me 3 years ago. Oh, maybe I was playing 3 years ago for a different reason. On the TV. So let's see here. It's not that laggy either. But I like Crash. That was always my favorite one. I got all these different... Oh, okay, there's maybe some latency. I can't tell if it's latency from just the fact that it's the old controller, or it's just the fact that, you know, it's playing through a capture card. Let's see. I don't remember any of these that were, like, decent and good. Let's go for a nice, fun red car. Is this what you're like? Alt, you just sit here playing retro games like, oh yeah, this is fun. This is cool. Oh gosh, I don't know how to go. I'm assuming it's X. Create traffic carnage, yes. I'm assuming. Okay, it is X to go. Gosh, how do you... You were kind of stuck with the... Yep, that was terrible. That was terrible. Ignore that. That's fine. No, it wasn't too bad. Oh yeah, we got the R2 for the crash breaker. Yeah. People that come in and be like, what are you doing? What is this game? This is back when Burnout used to be fun, though. And when game controls were not as needlessly complex, where you just kind of, you drove and you crashed. That was it. I mean, is that a good score? 300,000? I feel like in the millies was what we kind of wanted. Well, let's retry that. I can't see how many vehicles I totaled, though, because my face is in the way. Okay, crash breaker at 12, Rex. I was hoping to be able to adjust the camera, but I forgot you can't adjust the camera. Yep, okay, never mind. I'm so good. That's fine. That's fine. We got the crash breaker. I can't see where I'm at though, but you got to navigate and do the crash breaker. But I'm gonna be for nothing. Okay, can I go like? Okay, let's restart. Let's not see that one. Okay, yeah, I mean you can't touch anything in this, so you got to kind of really go this way. Up the ramp, I guess, is what you'd want to do. I don't know what that was supposed to be, but I missed it. Oh, am I technically crashed? I technically crashed? Oh, that was terrible. No, restarting. Enjoy the VOD on this one if you're trying to get any real information about anything. Nothing like playing video games, though, to go and get out of your actual responsibilities, you know. Alright, so we gotta hit. Okay. I don't know what the Heartbreaker is. And they kind of do nothing. They kind of crash into you a little bit. Maybe that's okay. But missed that tanker, though, so I think that's kind of a... I think it's just a bad stage, honestly. Can I skip that to C? Okay, 116, so I'm not even doing that good. Let's try a different course. That's what we're going to want to do. Continue. And that might just take me to another course. But it feels nice holding a PlayStation controller in my hand after holding a GameCube and Nintendo controller in my hand for so long. Because, you know, I bought the PS5 on a very bad bundle. Played 1.5 games on it. And now it's just a glorified... Let's see, there's another car, too. Glorified... Well, that looks fancy. Twitch and YouTube player. But I'll do a few more of these, And then we'll do the N64, see if that will work. And then we'll kind of know what we can do. I mean, this could be a fun thing to do on Twitch. Just some like old games. I'd like to hear them though. PS2 controller felt weird to me playing last week. Very used to the PS5 controller though. It's what I use on PC. I did use the PS5 controller for Dynasty Warriors Origins on PC. The handles. I mean what are, literally the handles. That was a cool car. Get you the boost, and then I don't know what you're kind of supposed to go for, but that was a terrible crash. That was just a flat out, just head-on collision. Come on, get the truck. Yeah. That's what I meant to do, you know. I can do the crash breaker. Can I? Nope. How is it that the first run that was so bad is like 4 times the score? 3 times the score? Oh gosh, the sound. Hopefully none of the sound music is any, like, copywritten stuff. I forgot EA is having the... Wait, what? Okay. Thanks, EA, in the future for anything that may be a problem. Get struck. You know, I feel like I have just the entire PlayStation 2 library at my fingertips, though. You know? I just feel like I do. That one thing for the N64. Oh, this is a different level. What did... Yeah, see, he crashed. Terrible carnage. Yeah, terrible carnage. But anyway, the N64 that they were coming out with, that like $300 4K version, that you can also buy like a $300 N64 cartridge that could load up all the emulated games. That'd be kind of cool. $294. Okay, we'll retry that one more time. But I definitely don't have the gaming ability that I once had in this game. And I think I don't remember which one was more fun, if it was this one or the one on the GameCube. It was like a Burnout, but I think it was like Burnout 2, so how do I... Yep. Okay, I thought maybe I could go under it, like Fast and Furious style. No. I'm thinking today's stream is probably going to go till about 1 o'clock Central. It's about 11:43 right now. Try to get like 2. I can maybe push it till 1:30. Yeah. Yeah, I got a 2x cash multiplier. Come on, get the breaker. Oh, okay. That was a bad one. Didn't we used to get like the millions in this? Okay, last try, then the N64. Which I do have a far less library in N64. I'm not going to get that. I'm not going to get... Like, maybe I can get this? Like, I can just kind of like get it and then like slowly go like that. Nope. That wasn't too bad though. I went a little bit further, but I didn't have enough speed to get anything else. If that tanker can explode... If that tanker... Both tankers could explode. Just one more car. Boom, there we go. Got that crash breaker right there. No 2x money, though. That's going to be a little bit of a pain. Is that a 4x money? I want to get that. Land on it. Yeah. All right. I think that's the high score, and then I think we end on that that one there, yeah? And it's going to be a 4x of that. That's what I'm talking about, baby. 1.92. Okay, so that concludes the PlayStation 2 testing, which I know works. And I think the PlayStation 2 is just as easy as just boop. Turn the console off. Just press the button, turn it off. Easy enough. All right. Fun fact, this little dealie that we have, you know, the game advisory panel with all of our little notes, you know, the notepad, I don't think I've used any of those notes. I definitely didn't write down anything for the SWAT Magic manual. Nope, definitely didn't do that. I've never even heard of a SWAT Magic. I mean, anybody that's used SWAT Magic, that's, you know. But I also love that. That's the thing that you don't get anymore. All these games, you know, all these games. Let's say I want to play any of these. How do you access it if you don't have your actual physical copy of the game, you know? So what I should be able to do, turn that off and just unplug. I don't even need to unplug everything. Let's see. There we go. I don't miss how many cables, though. My goodness. Oh. You did. The Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore. The game that would not work on my original PS2. Oh, yeah. The game that wasn't this there was a website that we would go to and we put in the games that we had and it would calculate like our game library cost. Not GameFAQs or anything, but there was something like that. That was really cool. And you could put like the games that you were a master of, you know, a self-proclaimed master of. And I put DOA 2 Hardcore on there for me. Let's see, you never seen another disc so perfectly damaged? It might have been because it was from my fingernail, if I'm not mistaken. And we didn't play with too many people, but you were pretty dang good at it. That's why I said self-proclaimed. Last time I fired it up, I got a perfect against my IRL opponent. I think I have everything I need for the N64, though it feels like something's missing, like the power brick. The giant power brick. So similar to the PS2, this one will also require auxiliary power. But we've got the HDMI. Go into the other thing. And the game, I need to go get the power though, but the game that I'm going to test, Super Smash Brothers 64. Taking it back to the good old days, back when everybody that played that game could main everybody. But I need the power brick for the N64. I think I know where it is. It wasn't in the box that I thought it was in. But it should be connected when I tested it. And it's a pain in the neck to get it connected and disconnected from where it is at, if it is where I think it is at. But it's okay. Anything for the stream. Big ol' power brick right there. Oh, gosh. Whew. I know why things were made better back then. Because everything would just fall and be always messed with, essentially. And clearly, that was it was built into the products. Because, like, I'm throwing things, not throwing things, but, you know, things are falling, things are getting, like, whipped around. My controller fell off the table. But we got the N64. And we got the Super Smash Bros. 64. And I found a memory card. And I have my red controller. These things were expensive. I don't know how we would get these controllers and then in the color we wanted. They were expensive. But first, before I get too excited about playing anything, though, I got to make sure it actually connects the way I want it to. So we have the giant power brick into the N64. we have the video adapter. That converts it to HDMI. And then we have the HDMI plug that we plug into the HDMI in. And there. Okay. No signal. That kind of tells me that it's okay. It's functional. I got to get the controller plugged in. I remember going to Babbage's with my mom so I could get an off-brand controller so I could play with you. Probably was still expensive. Did I have an N64 before you? And then plug that in, turn it on, and hope for the best. Like I said, this N64 is not the most reliable, though. I remember when I got it, I was doing some testing, and it wasn't always responding to everything. So it not showing signal, I don't know what it means. I had everything before you. Okay, there we go. No signal went away, which means it is getting sick. Shut up. There we go. Second try, baby. Okay, now it feels weird, really weird to hold an N64 controller. I'm going to turn down the sound, though. I feel like that's going to be competing with me a little bit for the N64 things. So. Now, to be fair, though, when I got my N64 back from my dad, however long ago this was, I don't know, a year ago, something like that, and I tested it and I connected everything, I did play Smash with delete. So I have played it within the last, like, year or 2 years. I'm sure this is a goated intro, though, that I don't have access to anymore because I can't hear the audio. That's okay. Man, this controller is really weird to hold, though. It is really weird. I don't miss the N64 controller. It's like got nostalgia to it, but the Z button being the trigger in the back for like shooting games was definitely ahead of its time. So data. Do I have data? I do. So this is legacy data that goes back decades. I don't know what they all mean, though. But that's the data. So I'm assuming that maybe the left column is who you've played, and then the top column is who you fought against. But maybe I guess I was Captain Falcon the most. Because this is my data. Is it going anywhere else? Move anything else? No? Okay, so win percent. Nope. Don't worry about that. So that was good, though. One-player game. I'm gonna fight somebody. I don't have the characters. Wait, no, I do have all the characters. Okay. Were there colors? Were there colors? There were colors. No, wrong button. But the black Captain Falcon there. We're gonna go normal, and I think the stock's there. I can't see what that is. N64 controller fits a super weird spot when it's perfectly usable, but also entirely WTF. Absolutely. You think you main Pikachu? Explained. No. The higher win percentage? I don't think so. So I do have a high score on here with Captain Falcon. I don't even know what we're doing. Like, so it's just a stock. Wait, no, it's a time limit. Okay, so it's a stock of is it either 5 minutes or unlimited? Oh, we might have items too. Oh, geez, isn't it weird? I don't remember how to play Smash. Nope, it's not that. It's the entire one-player thing. How do you jump? Oh gosh. Okay, C was jump. That's right, you don't have the side B. Why is he not moving? Man, this feels weird. He didn't have the knee either, did he? How did you grab? You grab. I mean, this game was absolutely it back in the day. Wait. You don't have like any ability. Were there no side smashes? Oh. That was easy. So there were no side smashes. No, there's side smashes. There was no up smash and no down smash in the game. No side Bs. So you only had neutral B and down B and up B. Did I have a knee? No. So how's the quality look though? I'm assuming it looks fine. It looks fine to me. And this is also playing at 16:9, so it's not even the 4:3. Well, boy. That's right. I'm trying to do the side B, but I can't do the side B. I had an up tilt. Down tilt. Play through items. Oh, that's why there was a time limit. Yeah, because you could be terrible otherwise. Easy though. We'll see if we can get through this entire thing. If yes, great. If not, then I will go to doing some video edits and stuff like that for the remainder of the stream. My favorite stage. Quality looks pretty good, but I would have to fire up the game on a CRT to compare. Yeah, I'm playing on a small screen. Technically, it's like whatever the get out of here. Don't have to smash it. Use the button. Use the controller. Wow, that fired me way off. Yeah, I'm playing on like probably. Grab. There we go. Easy peasy. What? I mean, this is probably like a 13-inch. Give or take. Oh, geez, break the targets. Man, I miss these, though. These were fun. I have no idea how to get those. Oh, no. Can I get that? Nope. Okay. 4 remaining. Not too bad for not doing it. I'm not a failure. Shut up. 13-inch TV is how I played my PS2. I remember that. Looks a little bit more clear than that one did, though. I got Kirby as an ally, just as it should be. You forget, though, that the, how not responsive the controllers were back then. How you had to really push it, you know? I want to do so many more combos, but it just doesn't want to respond to the combos. And that could be because I'm just bad. That's okay, though. Wait, I haven't Falcon kicked. What happened to my jump, bro? It's fine. Okay, we'll do Falcon kick. Sorry, I'm trying to get Mario, you know. Yeah, it is pretty slow. Well, it's slow when I'm fighting, but when they're fighting, it's not slow. I get that, golly. Also, back when we played these games, we had items on all the time, you know, so that was kind of how it was. And then after some time it was probably just Ultimate that we went away from any items. Maybe a little bit in Smash 4. The 3 stock, no items. But I can see how in this game it'd be like, yeah, you kind of really want items. The combat isn't good enough to take it on its own. Porygon, wow, I'm just getting stomped here. Yeah, Silphco is great. I'm sad that they gutted so many stages in the previous iterations. Chansey, I need it. He moves faster than me. I don't get it. He's allowed to move faster than me. I also can't hear the audio cues of like what he's doing, you know? Don't worry, buddy. I don't know what I'm doing either. I also can't tell what's going to be a kill or not, you know? It's really dark of a level. I can't tell where I am. Okay. How are we feeling about this game coming to the N64, though? That good? Get out of here, Donkey Kong. Easy. This is not how I had planned on playing the data. Oh, geez. I don't remember this thing at all. Oh, okay. Well, we're just going to hit. Great. Oh, no, I missed one up there. It's okay. It's okay. I got what, 6? Just like to break the targets. At least I'm consistent, you know? Lucky put it best that I am I randomly turn on the pro mode. I need to copy that. I love that. I think I have it saved as a screenshot somewhere. Boy. Well, that was a mistake. It's fine, they're getting harder. No, turn the other way. Oh, that's right. I forgot you can't jump and you can't run and get a bomb. That was after melee. No, that was after. Yeah, not in melee. It was after melee. Glad they're taking themselves out though. We haven't seen a Pokeball yet. Are you serious? How in the world was I able to call that? That's amazing. And we got what, Beedrill, I think? Yeah, get him, Beedrill. Did we get him? Oh, where's the other one? Okay. A B, Kirby. A B. It's what, 2 more stages now, I think? You know what you got to do for your next stream there? If you can, you know what you got to do. I'm talking to you, Protein. Oh, geez, I'm getting whooped. Yeah, go ahead, let go, let go. I don't let go of shield. You can up B out of that. Of course you can. Hit. Oh, sweet, 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 sweet. Oh, okay. We'll continue, though. It's going to do something to the score. Who cares? We're going to continue. I have 4 more things to do, and then it's over. I can do this. Or if I run out of time, I'll keep it to 12:30 at a max. The hitboxes are very... Jump, get up. That's fine. Pokeball. No. Was that metronome? Well, I'm just getting absolutely like floored here by this stage. Get out of here. I know it's just one more. Did he catch me on that? Okay. Bro. Now. All right, the hammer. I need the hammer. I need the hammer. Need to get it. This is going to be the death of me, though. Come here. Come here. Easy. Okay, Metal Mario. My fingers hurt. Specifically my right hand. Didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that either, that's fine. Throw it. It is much harder to run in this one, though, I gotta say. Come on. Yeah, baby. Metal to your death. 2 more. 2 more. We're getting this. The race to the finish. Now, that part I remember. You know, I think it's stick drift. That's what it's got to be. My stick drift. You know, it's just... Oh, geez. There's somebody here? Run. How was I supposed to know that was there? Wrong button. Wrong button. It's fine. It's fine. I need the damage. It's fine. It's fine. I'm trying to jump. Okay, jump. There we go. Jump. Can we complete one thing? If we can just complete one thing, that'd be so great. Yes. All right. Probably the easiest thing to complete. Oh no, then we have these, and then we have the thing. Oh, the polygons. I love it. Pepsi Man. Wow, 30 of these guys, I think. Complete. Oh, jeez. No. You know what happened? The memory card sticking out of this thing tapped the power button. Didn't it? I thought it did. It was like right when I like touched. I'm trying to get it to recreate what I just did. But it did. Okay, it apparently didn't do that. It just crashed on me. It just broke. All right. Well. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just pretend that we beat it. We'll just pretend. We know. I was gunning for it. I thought that I just tapped it or did something, but I can't replicate now what it did. It just like restarted the system. Well, that was fun. Kind of. The game hasn't really held up that well. Next, though, I can use this for the GameCube because the GameCube uses the same audio out as the N64 did. So I could try with it. I need to find... Wait, do I have my GameCube? Or was that still with my dad? I don't have my GameCube, so no, I can't play GameCube without that. So I'm creating the timeline where you were able to finish in my mind and living there from now on. Same. All right, well. So I've got either anywhere from an hour to 45 minutes to kill from now. So I think what I might end up doing then is just figuring out something else to do. I do have some studio content to work on. The testing of this was fun, though. That was fun. You love something else? What is it that you love? Was this not scaled the entire like way? Or is it just because I'm doing an up converter? Might be that. Either way. So let's see here. You just love the idea of something else? What's the idea that you love? Don't go all the way over there. Go back over there. There you go. Excuse me. So let's see. Do I have any projects I could edit here? I don't really have any projects on this PC because my one main video that I need to work on is on my other computer. Maybe. I probably need to release a short later today. Probably work on that. Did I do all the Windows 10 shorts that I had? I know I had like, I had made like a couple of them. I just don't remember what videos I've done it from. I don't think I've gathered any shorts from this video. Let me go see. Oh, man, Smash back in the day. What other... You know, I didn't have a large plethora of games over here. Huh. I had another memory card. Was there a way to check what was on the memory cards? I don't even know. And this seems like this was a generic memory card. It just says memory card granted to you. It's like backwards because I alternated the screen. But it says for use with the N64 game system performance. I just feel like this is the generic memory card, not the one that you would buy from Nintendo themselves. Where do we get these? But the games that I would have on my N64 to play. Fun game, Battle Tanks, Global Assault. It's not going to be much fun to show it to you backwards, yeah? 007 GoldenEye, which I tried to play on stream with Uptoe Gaming one time, and it went terribly because the N64 controllers were terrible. Rush 2, a great racing game, / collision game. WWF No Mercy, with a void sticker, because this was probably purchased, we're just going to say purchased, from a Blockbuster and or Family Video way back in the day. WCW NWO Revenge, back from 1995. Says it. Hit. Can you read it? Nope. Cool. That was maybe a garage sale of sorts. I have no idea. Maybe another rental place. And then the goated game, Harvest Moon 64. Love this game. Not really a way to check the memory cards, I think. I think some games could. Probably a homebrew tool. Oh, okay. So just kind of hope that you had the right memory card. Battle Tanks. Yep. I think I had a lot more N64 games, though. I'm pretty sure I had Vigilante 8 and some Army Men games. I mean, I have a hard time believing that in its entire life I only had 7 N64 games. That just seems odd to be 7 games. Whoa. Oh yeah, I had a thing too. I found out that I got a weird partnership from somebody, a weird partnership offer that I don't quite agree with, and it made me look them up. And so I'm going to do the thing that I thought of right now. Also, is this game thing getting like a little annoying for the N64? I don't know what else to put. We'll do intermission at this point. So that way it's just kind of me. Hello. Back the proper way. But if you're going live today or on Wednesday, when do you plan on testing your new thing? Do you have your new thing yet? Or was that just a like, I'm giving it to you, just FYI, but you don't have it yet because it's in the mail? New thing hasn't shipped yet. Okay, cool. So you don't have the ability to test it. Well, I hope it works. That'd be fun to test. So I'm really curious. I know how many cables are connected here. You've showed me your setup a little bit, but I can't imagine the rat's nest of cables you have with your stuff and how everything is just going everywhere. Because I just brought out the PS2 and the N64, and it is just a mess. There's like no feasible way to keep it as it is. I'd have to take it down every single time. I don't want to see the setup. I thought the configuration I was doing here was going to be a fantastic setup, but it's working out better because I can position the lights in a better way on me, but it's working out worse because I don't have as much space as I thought I would have for some things. And I thought I'd be sitting more to the left over here, but I'm kind of sitting more in the middle, so I need to like reposition the screens all around. You have just game cases sitting on consoles, HDMI splitter, Mux with its cables just piled on a console too. Does the splitter work? I mean, there's probably better splitters than what I've tried back in the day, but I remember like, 2006? One of the splitters that I had was just a bad splitter. So it wouldn't actually split correctly, and I don't remember if it was because the audio was bad or the video went worse. All I remember is that it wouldn't work, and I was like, man, why is it so bad? And once I get rid of the splitter, the issue, whatever it was fixed. It's a rat's pile of stuff. Oh, you know what? There was a way to like on the YouTube Studio. There was a way to send all my current viewers to a video. And I think that was on live details. Redirect. Awesome. Can I not do it to my own? Wait, is Chrono live right now? No way. Oh, sweet. Okay, now how do I redirect to? Is that the right one? No, I don't want to do it to the shorts. I want to redirect him to the long. All right, we'll do that. Cool. That'll be. We'll save. All right. Got that set. Perfect. Another splitter that my splitter takes like 4 inputs and can have any of them go to either output at any time. Used for my current consoles in my living room for years, no issues. I also have another splitter that I once fried a TV motherboard with. I recommend the one less, but I don't think it had lag. I don't remember what mine was. So what I think I want to do, I want to go to like editing. Let's do this one, and let's actually go ahead and wait. I need to go back to retro. Need to copy these two. Go to editing PC and then paste the reference. Ah, there's two of me. Oh no. And then I want to get rid of that. And get rid of that. And then this should open the way that I want it to open, and it should show what I want it to show. That'd be kind of nice. But you can't see it just yet, but I'm working on Adobe Premiere. I do have a video. What's a project that I can work on in here? Not on the desktop, in my guild bank. I did have an opening video that I wanted to try. I have like how to open laptops. Those kind of work pretty well. Well, what Windows 10 end of support really means, that could be good. That could be a good one. Wait, what was my schedule? That's what I want to work on with my actual like schedule itself. Because it doesn't make any sense to edit things out of order. Like I can edit something that I'm going to release in like a month from now, but I would rather edit what I'm going to be releasing soon. So I've got the GPU review tomorrow, how to get ESU up this week, and then PSU review, a VOD edit, and then what really happens. Is that what this one is? What? Wait, where's my other videos? Should you pay for ESU or what really? What? Okay, we'll do that one. We'll try that one. Just a quick little copy process. I would love to be able to edit videos from just like the live stream, or not the live stream, just from our network attached storage device. But when you're working with a bigger project file and more media, if you don't have the scratch disks all in the same area and they're all just misorganized, it just doesn't work well. It works until it doesn't, more so. So I'll store the files up there in the meantime, and then I'll kind of decide, because for whatever reason, I've got 4 PCs in this house that are all capable of editing videos. Because sometimes it's more fun to edit in this room. This is a smaller studio room that just kind of is like more like quaint. But then sometimes I like editing out in the living room. But that was the PC that I recently built and I've been reviewing. All right, and then I need the... Okay, and what is that? That is the audio file? No, that's the... Okay, that A-roll we don't need, and then audio. Okay, and then what we can do is we can do new project. Because while Windows 10 is hot, Now's the time to strike that iron. And worst case scenario, I can at least show a little bit of how I do some of my edits here. At least how I find the content, and then I kind of like make it all do what I want it to, you know, usually do. So I always, let's see, what is, okay, is that better? Okay, that's fine. And then me, nope, too much. No, I need you to, what we want to do is modify both of these at the, no? It won't let me modify them both at the same time. Is that fine? Nope, it's a little bit, there we go. How's that? Fine? Okay, cool. So what I do is I import the files from my project file, and I have them all organized with, you know what, I got like the folders organized where I have like A-roll, B-roll, audio, images, project files, and thumbnails. Those are all separate folders. And then I've got sections for the script, and I've got other sections for anything based on, you know, what the video usually may have. A lot of times they won't have a script, but sometimes they do have a script. This one did have a script. A lot of times it's just me kind of keeping track to make sure I cover everything that I want to go through. But in this one particularly, you know, I have my main A-roll footage, which is right here, and then I have my audio footage, which is down here. So what we do is at the start for every single project is you just select both of those, right-click, and then we go to synchronize, because it will synchronize the audio track with, it doesn't really matter if it's channel 1 or channel 2, I just sync it with channel 1. And in the beginning here on these tracks here, you can see that I have like some of these spikes. And they don't line up right now, but some of these spikes are supposed to tell me that's when I'm like clapping to signify when the audio should be linking up, because I create a Audacity file, which is what's in the green down below, and then the blue file here is what is actually from my recording on my, at this point, my phone. So that way I've got both of those. So we just select both of those, synchronize, and then it will automatically find where they connect and then link it all together. And then you see it kind of lined them up. And always on these videos, I never really have anything important in the beginning. So here we are kind of at a minute in, just doing whatever. And I think I'm kind of talking here a little bit. I don't think I messed up. I'm just trying to find that like general intro. And let me see if that was a good intro or this one was. Yeah, so that was not as good of an intro in the beginning there. So you guys can't hear it. That's fine. You're just going to hear my voice. And then this is about 1:45. So I just do a Shift C to go through all the layers and then make sure those are selected. And then I right click, ripple, delete. And that gets everything at the starting point all on the same vein. And then I go to the end here as well. And I find kind of where my outro would be, where I'm done speaking, which is probably right around here. This is when I end and get up. You can see me like, you know, whoosh. So Don's got your back. A couple of seconds, shift, and then I just ripple, delete, or clear those. It doesn't really matter. So that gets our project file from start to finish one nice rectangular shape. And so with that, you just, if you want to get rid of the first audio track, which is what you kind of want to do because that's not going to be used anymore, you just select that primary one and then right click it, unlink it. That will allow you to delete the audio track with the delete button, and then you just grab the green track and put it right up there. So now everything syncs up and lines up exactly as it needs to. So that's like kind of what I do on most of my videos in the beginning. So I know that when I want to get into the project file, it's all set. And then before I make any other modifications to this as a whole and I make any other cuts, I kind of make sure the framing is where I want it to be, and I kind of, you know, mess around with some of the positions, the motions, the scale, you know, that sort of stuff, right? So that way it's kind of, you can kind of adjust it. This is not out as far as I would have generally liked it to be. And the framing is a little bit higher than I would have wanted it to be. I got this shelf up here. I wouldn't have really wanted that. I kind of wanted to maybe like bring it down a little bit to have more of me, but you know, it is what it is. But once you get that main position that you want, then you can make the other adjustments and edits to each individual cut if you want to, but I prefer to make sure that everything sounds and looks good in the primary cut first. And then anything with, let's see, where's the effects? The effects are over here now. I don't like that they didn't move it. I somehow moved it at some point. But I do the video effects, and then I always try to find gamma correction. I don't think this one needs it, but some of my others did need it. Image control, gamma correction. And then usually I just kind of modify that to like a 12. That seems a little bit better, but maybe still too, like, that might be too dark. Also, don't ask me what gamma is, because I don't know what gamma is. Yeah, see, I like 10's a little like washed out. 11 feels a little bit better there. So just a minor color correction on that. Nothing major. I don't know how to do any other color corrections, and I don't focus on it because I don't really... I mean, to me, it's like, if it looks good, it looks good, you know? I don't know. People aren't at my channel for fancy edits. At least I hope they're not. And then that way, that's across the entire clip. I don't have to, you know, if I were to make cuts already at some of these gaps where I know there's going to be a cut, then I would have to do that color correction again and again and again and again and again. And sometimes if I make a mistake somewhere and I know that I don't want what I was saying, I'll try to put like a larger spike to kind of tell me like, hey, this is not what I want to use. But so far, none of this is telling me that any of this is not useful, which is interesting because the concept of this one is what Windows 10 support, end of support really means. That's a 14.5-minute video. That's a lot of stuff to talk about for 14.5 minutes. I don't think that's... I mean, we'll obviously cut it. So maybe there were some sections here that were messed up. But... cool. But yeah, I'll go for about another 20-ish minutes. And then I'm going to probably try to work out real quick and then go about the rest of my day. And I also have a lot more cleanup to do. But that's editing that. I mean, so next is just kind of, I don't watch all of it, but I just kind of watch through, let it play through. And then if there's any obvious mistakes, I just kind of start making the cuts at that point. I really wish I had framed this lower. I think it's the chair. I'm sitting lower in this chair than I normally would. Either way, but look at how long I just talk. So I have to go through all of my footage. Oh, and then some, not always, but with an image or a graphic, you can add that in beforehand. But usually if I have like, let me go to it here, like one of my logos or something like that, I'll add that in at the end. That way I don't have to worry about repositioning that if it's anywhere that I don't want it to be. You know, for like this, for example, I'm pretty sure there's probably some way to like actually expand this and like just make it go the entire length. You know, like something like that, right? You just kind of like throw the logo somewhere. And then as necessary, you know, you just kind of, you leave it there. But then if you want to go through, let's say, and modify the position of the actual video itself, you want to make sure it also fits where you're kind of putting it, which I guess it would fit if it was there the whole time, but not yet, not yet. Well, that's 15 minutes of fun right there. But I think next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on a short to release today. Granted, what's funny is my short that I released on Sunday, 59 views. And YouTube started to change how they do the shorts. So anytime a short shows up, it just has to show up. That's it. It doesn't have to be watched for any period of time. It can be swiped away immediately. But anytime a short physically shows up on YouTube in any capacity, it counts as a view. Having 59 views means that YouTube has not showed it to literally anybody. They haven't shown it anywhere. Most of the time, you get about 1.2 thousand views of a short. So the fact that it didn't do that, it'll either explode at some random point, which sometimes they do, but if it's been 23 hours, I don't think that's necessarily going to happen at this point. But let's see, the shorts that I have in possession right now, I've got some Intel shorts. Maybe, actually, you know what? I got a graphics card video. Then I have that, because that review of that graphics card is going to be going live tomorrow. Let me get off maybe like there we go, more of a focused face. Wait, I had the GPU shopping. Okay, that should be in the guild bank somewhere. No? Huh. I like to think I'm generally pretty organized, but apparently not. Maybe that was in the guild bank. Okay, that might have been on my computer. Wait, what happened to oh, is it because I minimize it and then it goes away? That's interesting. You know, if I was ever in a another interview, I was like, "What are your biggest weaknesses?" It's along with my biggest strength. I think I know what I'm doing, and I think I'm organized, but I clearly am not. I have all these shorts in backlog from other videos that I've made, and I thought they were in an accessible situation where I could modify it at work, I can modify it here, I can modify it at my main PC, but apparently I can only do it at my main PC. Interesting. Oh, I forgot to do the agenda. This one might not have any interesting points to take out, though. I think this is just going to be a just one and done kind of sitting there thing. Yeah, because if I don't have those, then I got to do it on my other system. Well, well, well. nope, nothing on that one. Okay. Well, I guess I shall edit and or upload the short as I work out a little bit later today. Cool. And then, yeah, tomorrow's going to be another review video of my graphics card for my video series. Friday, I'm going to try to get the other Windows stuff. I'm going to try to get the other Windows video on Friday, and then a review on Tuesday, and then another Windows review on Friday, and then I don't really know what I'm going to be doing from there. It's difficult with these live streams. You have so much content you have to go through to make a 3-hour video into a 15-minute video. It's like, ugh. But not bad. All right, I guess I can kind of close that window. Go to the intermissions and / talking head. I move that over here. Nope. Nope. Yep, there we go. It's kind of like when you reverse. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. One of these days, I'm going to pop up a video of like me editing, or not editing, but me like building my PC. So you guys can watch like that video just like in the corner while I work on my website. I keep getting reminded because I keep getting these emails from Squarespace. Oh, about that. Okay, try not to break. There are too many cables that exist for everything. It's crazy. But I get 20% off my website and a free domain, but I already have a domain. So I have until Friday the 19th to redeem the offer. But getting the percentage off doesn't really like matter all that much. Because it's only that percentage off for the first year. Was this my... actual website here? Okay, that's me. Because how much were the... I forget how much it cost for the domains. Yo, what's up, Thanos? How you doing, my friend? Hello from Greece. Oh, I like it. So I'm trying to say websites. Just will you tell me how much they cost? No? I say I don't, if I'm on Squarespace, I shouldn't have to Google search on Squarespace. How much does it cost for a website? It should just kind of tell me. Because I know my domain is like 20 bucks a year or something like that. But fine, we shall do the Googling. There we go. Pricing plans. Okay, all right. So they have basic, core, plus, and advanced. Whoa. My Windows 10 will expire. My PC don't support Windows 11. What do I do to pass Windows 11? That's a great question. I actually have a video for you, my friend. Let me get the link real quick. It's super easy. I'll also explain it while I give you the video and everything, but this is going to be for a better reference so you can watch it at your own interval. But that should be the link. I should probably double check those. Okay, yeah. So if you don't have TPM 2.0, or if you don't have the hardware support for it, that video will give you the exact steps you need to do to be able to get Windows 11 installed on your system. I did it on a computer that does not support it in any capacity. Now, whether or not it will fully support your system in the long run, I'm not sure. But if you want to stay with Windows 10, Microsoft is offering free extended security updates for everybody for the first year. And that's really easy to get as well with a Microsoft account. And if you don't want to use a Microsoft account as your main account, you don't have to, but I've also got a video for that that we'll be releasing hopefully this Friday to go through those exact steps. But in essence though, Windows 10 support is ending October 14th. We have a little bit less than a month to go before support is over, but it's not going to be a big deal. You don't even have to worry about it, even if you're not on Windows 11 at that exact date. Everything in my house is Windows 10, except one laptop, and I don't plan on switching to Windows 11 at any point. And I'm really hoping I never have to switch to Windows 11. But hopefully that will help. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them on a comment in that video as well. I'm going to be live for about another 2 minutes or so till about 1 o'clock my time. And then I'm going to get doing other stuff that I got to do. But I'm looking at Squarespace right now to see what they offer for difference in domains, because I didn't really think about that. So it starts at $192 a year all the way up to $1,200 a year. I feel like Core, though, at $23 a month is still $276 a year, though. Jeez. But it offers advanced website analytics, which I don't really need. Customization, I don't really need. Professional email from Gmail, I don't need that. So I can actually probably just do the basic instead of the core. Because it has accepted payments in the payment processing, but that doesn't really matter. I'm not going to do an online store transaction yet at this point. I don't plan on, selling or sending invoices. I kind of want it just to be a basic thing, so it doesn't include anything. Oh, and it will save me $20 a year because I will have my custom domain automatically paid for. So that's kind of cool. And then I think the advanced at $100 a year would only be for people that are really pushing gangbuster numbers on an online store, because they have the credit card processing rates at 2.5% plus 30 cents for every transaction, which is still just absurd. But 2.5 isn't terrible. I think PayPal is higher than that. So that's really geared towards people that are actually selling a service. I don't really plan on selling a service. I think I'm just going to do Patreon if I ever get that running. So we could start at $16 a month. So it'd be $192 a month minus 20. So it's only technically an additional $172 a year. That's not terrible, because the website should be a great SEO tactic there. But that is all I've got today. I know it's like almost right at the 2-hour mark and everything, but I've got to do some other things throughout my day now today. But everybody that has watched this video in the past in the present and will watch this video in the future, thank you so much. If you have an interest in playing me in Smash N64, don't. Nope. Not going to do that. But yeah, get everything closed off there. I need to remember to do a short, but thank you again so much for everybody that has watched this video. I will see you in the next one, which is probably going to be a live stream on Thursday. I just don't know what I'm doing on that day, but we'll make it happen and it will be fun. I was going to raid Kronos, but he is no longer live, so I cannot raid him. Such is life. But I'll see you guys in the next one, and follow Protein Riviere for more retro hardware gaming. Yeah? All right. Goodbye, everybody. Where's the stop streaming? The button, I swear, it always moves. There we go. Got it. Okay. Peace.